Here's a more narrative-style commentary video script, rich in drama, pacing, and emotional arcs, on the shocking turn in Ghislaine Maxwell's prison saga. Once locked in behind the walls of New York's MDC in near solitary confinement, today Ghislaine Maxwell is walking, literally, into what critics call a club-fed prison in sunny Bryan, Texas, a minimum security camp so generous it houses figureheads like Elizabeth Holmes. How does a convicted sex trafficker merit such leniency? That's the question and the controversy we unpack now. Maxwell arrived at MDC Brooklyn in 2020, spending long months in solitary, sleep-deprived, fed rotten meals, haunted by vermin and bright lights, according to family statements, Reddit, Houston Chronicle. The harshness of those conditions was compared to scenes from The Silence of the Lambs, The Guardian. In mid-2022, she was moved to FCI Tallahassee, a low-security facility offering recreation, crafts, yoga, sports, but also housing violent inmates, overcrowded dorms, and widespread complaints of moldy food and hunger strikes. Fox 13 Tampa Bay. Now, on August 1, 2025, Maxwell finally lands at FPC Bryan, a minimum security prison camp. Dormitory bunks, few fences, more freedom, nicknamed the Club Fed for its spacious campus and white-collar inmates, Houston Chronicle. The two-day DOJ meeting. Only days before her transfer, Maxwell sat for an exclusive two-day interview with Deputy AG Todd Blanche, discussing nearly 100 individuals connected to Epstein's network, The Wall Street Journal. Legal commentators believe this meeting likely unlocked her eligibility for the luxury move, a classic quid pro quo, critics say. Cooperation for privileges, The Wall Street Journal, New York Post, The Times, Time. Her legal team is pushing for a presidential pardon or commutation, contingent on her full cooperation, including congressional testimony covering powerful figures, though immunity has yet to be granted. People.com. Outrage rising. Survivors and families, including those of Virginia Giuffre and the Farmer Sisters, issued a joint condemnation. Horror and outrage. The government overnight has moved Maxwell to a minimum security luxury prison, a betrayal to victims. This is justice failing before our eyes. They accuse authorities of giving preferential treatment to a convicted predator without any notification to victims. CBS News. Commentators argue this reflects deeper systemic failures, power shielding privilege while survivors remain unheard. News.com, New York Post. YouTubes and Reddit. The public speaks. YouTubers and legal analysts dissect the timing. Timing aligns perfectly with DOJ access. Some say Maxwell may be trading detailed information for lighter conditions. Time. The Wall Street Journal. The Times. Others question her safety in dorm-style housing. A high-risk inmate among general population could face threats, especially if labeled an informant. The Daily Beast. On Reddit, the tone is a mixture of condemnation and empathy. As terrible of a person she is, nobody deserves this. Horribly inhumane. Actual torture. Another, if this is happening to her, then this is happening to other prisoners as well. This isn't right. These posts highlight the shared humanity, or hypocrisy, in how prison cruelty affects both villains and minor offenders alike. From inhumane solitary confinement to a tranquil program-focused garden campus, Maxwell's journey is a stark narrative arc. A criminal who once wielded power, now wielding it behind bars, flipping the system. But critics say her redemption arc is offered as the others' failures continue. While victims live without vindication, she gains privileges, and the Justice Department may be hiding behind standard procedures. Houston Chronicle, PBS, Newsweek.com. Her appeal is under review by the Supreme Court, with a conference scheduled later this month. CBS News. She remains under subpoena by the House Oversight Committee, though her willingness to testify hinges on immunity, which remains contested. Newsweek.com, People.com. She's pushing for a presidential pardon. Former President Trump acknowledged he could grant one, but has not confirmed plans to do so. The Wall Street Journal, New York Post, People.com. This transfer wasn't just a change of scenery. It was a statement about who gets mercy, who gets privileges, and who is left in the dark. The victims aren't seeking forgiveness, they're seeking justice. And until they see it, this transfer won't feel like rehabilitation. it will feel like retribution against them. If this story hits you the way it hits us, drop a comment. Is this justice or a spectacle? Subscribe for on-the-ground updates and hit the bell because this saga is far from over.